Hey guys, Katie here. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. A couple things you might recognize. One is that I'm reorganizing my bookshelf. The second thing you're going to recognize is that it is not going well. It is not going well. So at 3 a.m. last night, I was like, I'm going to reorganize my bookshelf. So I was up to like 5:30 a.m. and it was a poor decision. It was poor. So the reasoning I did that is because in the last two videos, I had my Harry Potter collection like in like a shrine on this shelf. So it was all the hardcovers, and then I have a bunch of like wands and memorabilia and whatnot for it. Now, I still do adore the series. It is very nostalgic for me, as it is for a lot of people, and I will be keeping them, but I am not going to be promoting them, and I don't want them on parts of my bookshelf that will be promoting them to viewers. Like, I don't want that because J.K. Rowling is like literal absolute garbage. So but I've always had them there. So I moved them down, and then just trying to rethink about what to put and what shelf. Whew, it was a nightmare. Anyway, all of that to say, I was looking at my books and thinking about what really mattered to me, and it made me think that my TBR shelf really needs a purge, because at the beginning of 2020, I made a list of 100 books. It's like a master list of the books that I wanted to read this year. So as of filming this, I have read 104 books. But I still have like 28 books left on that master list, because of course I didn't just read the books on that list. But I'm not going to get to all of them before the end of the year, and I think that some of them I just like don't really care about as much anymore. So I need to go through that TBR shelf and hopefully get rid of some stuff. I'm putting a bare minimum on that I have to at least get rid of 3 books. And we'll see how well I do. Let's just jump in. All right, here is the current TBR bookshelf. As you can tell, it's gotten a little extreme over here. And then these are literally wedged under. They're so tight. It's like really hard to get them out. So we need to start decluttering. Let's get to it. All right, guys, new angle. Who's she? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these books out and put them in the center because, partly because I'm reading condo, but mostly because I can't get these books wedged out from under here until I lighten the shelf by taking all of these out. So let's get to the task. Real quick, is he not just the most precious that you've ever seen? I love him. He's so cute. He is mad dusty though. This whole shelf is mad dusty. Like I literally dusted the other day. It's totally fine. Okay. So maybe I'll put them like this, angled up so I can see them a little bit better. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Let me count and see how many I have. Okay, I have 33 books total in this TBR. Also, if you're wondering what's back here, it's like all my candles. And what's hilarious about this and why they're behind here is that I have a terrible sniffer. Like I can't smell like anything. I swear, like I light candles and I can't smell them. I don't. So why do I do it? Why do I light candles? Why do I own these? Because I want to be that girl, but I'm not. So they're kind of hidden back there. I do light them, but for no real reason. Let's move on. Okay, the first book I already see that needs to go off of the shelf is the hardcover of Layer of Dreams. I just got this a little while ago because I was waffling between whether I was going to have the paperbacks or the hardcover. You'll see that in my Diviner's reading vlog. That'll be coming out soon. But I decided to go with the hardbacks. So because I just finished the Diviners, I'm about to pick up Layer of Dreams. So this is actually going to just go on my bed, I guess. Okay, I'm just going to grab the first book on the pile and we're going to go through them that way. First of which being The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I'm absolutely keeping this book. This is like the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think I'm going to put the ones I'm going to keep. I'll just start stacking them up. Let's see. I'll start stacking them up right there, and then when it gets higher, you'll be able to see them. Okay, next book is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I'm definitely going to keep this one. I just got it like 2 months ago, I think. And Riley Sager's very hit or miss for me. I loved Lock Every Door and I hated Final Girls. So I'm hoping that this one will be a winner. Okay, the next one is Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. Wow, flashback to when I was doing the Do I Have That Other Book challenge, and it asked if I had a book by an Asian author, and I said no. I'm a disgrace. I'm so sorry, Angie Kim. Also, she is so pretty. Hey. This book cover is pretty. This is like stunning. But I think I am going to let this one go because I don't know. It just doesn't strike me. Like, it's not striking me as something that I really, really want to read. And I feel like I've heard good reviews about it, but not like stunning reviews about it. So I just don't, I think that this one's going to be the first one that yeah. I'll put the ones I'm going to get rid of up here. Because there's probably not going to be that many. Yeah, here we go. Next is Recursion by Blake Crouch. I just finished Dark Matter like a week ago and I really liked it. So I'm going to keep this one and hope that it is similarly just as good. All right, and then I have Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett's Good Omens. I love this cover so much, like, hello. I'm definitely keeping this one because this is one of my coworkers' favorite books, and I really want to do a reading my coworkers' favorite books video. So I'm going to keep this, and then hopefully when I read this, I'll be able to watch the TV show. Oof. Lisa Jewell's A Family Upstairs. Lisa Jewell is a hit or miss, as so many are. I adored Then She Was Gone. But I read Watching You like 2 months ago, and I was just like, eh. And I've heard things about this. I don't think I'm gonna read this. I think this one's gonna have to go. And then we have 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson. I'm definitely keeping this. I think this cover looks so freaking intriguing. And like, I don't know. This just seems like it's so short, and I don't even know. I want to read this, okay? And I love The Kind Worth Killing, which I really need to reread. It's the only book I've read by him, but I loved that book, so I'm hoping that I'll similarly love this one. Speaking of Peter Swanson, I have Her Every Fear. Now, this one I am less intrigued to read, but I mean, it's still him. I think I'm going to read 8 Perfect Murders first, and if I adore that book, then I'll read this one, and if I just like it, then maybe I won't read this one. We'll see, but for now, I'm going to keep it. The Death of Miss Westerby by Ruth Ware. She's super miss for me, to be honest. Like, I read The Woman in Cabin 10, and I was just like, okay. I read The Turn of the Key, and I really liked it, but I didn't love it. Now, I've heard that this book is some people, like, I think like Noelle Gallagher said this is her favorite Ruth Ware book. I really kind of just want to listen to the audio because I'm not sure if I'm really going to even like care about it that much. But I think I'm going to keep the physical book, like, just in case I love it. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep it. But speaking of Ruth Ware, I do have In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. And this does not have good ratings. And I just didn't really like The Woman in Cabin 10. And I feel like The Woman in Cabin 10 had better ratings than this. So I'm going to get rid of this because I don't think I'll ever have time for it. Okay, so for this next book, I actually do have a couple books on my TBR that I've already read. So I was rereading them to see if I either wanted to get rid of them or if maybe they were like still a favorite. One of which being The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. So this book, this and Me Before You were 2 books that I was like, I really loved this when I read it, but are these problematic? Like, are these problematic and nostalgia is just making me like think that they were good? I ended up like getting rid of Me Before You because my roommate was like, yeah, I didn't like that book. So I was like, okay, I'll just get rid of it. But this one, I was like, I really loved it. And I read it twice. So I'm like, I think I'm going to reread it. It's a very short book. Like, I don't think it'll take me that long. I'm going to keep this. And then I guess I'll get back to you on whether or not it holds up. And for a recent purchase, A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. I'm going to keep this. I just bought it and it has a ton of amazing reviews on Goodreads. Okay, and then I have Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I love this edition. I just think this is so freaking cute and it has really, really cute like little chapter headers that I think are precious. Now, I might just listen to this because this is a pretty hefty book and I'm not a classics fan, but I do want to read it. Like, I feel like this is a book that like people need to read, or like, I don't know. It just seems like pretty universal experience. So I am going to keep this and hope for the best. Speaking of rereading books, I have Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. So I did, like a little bit earlier this year, I read Gone Girl and Sharp Objects for like the third time, and then I read Grown Up for the first time. So I kind of want to reread this one, even though I'm pretty sure this was like my least favorite of her books, but I'm definitely not getting rid of it. But I think I'm going to do like a reading all of Gillian Flynn's books video. Let me know if you want to see that. The Warrior Heir and the Wizard Heir. So I'm going to keep both of these. Reagan from Peruse Projects talks about this book and says it's like super underhyped and underrated. So I want to read these. And of course, if I don't like this one, then I'll help both of them without reading the other one. But for now, they're both staying. The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. I am struggling on whether I just want to listen to this book or physically read it, but I haven't made up my mind yet. So I'm going to keep it. And also, like, the book is so pretty. Like, I dig it. Like, I feel like this is like, if this was a textbook, I would be like, this is gorgeous. Is that weird to say that? Anyway, I'm keeping it. Dreamcatcher by Stephen King. I'm just going to send this book back to my brother. He bought this for me and sent it to me. And like, thank you, Justin. Appreciate it the most. But I'm not going to get to it. I'm just not going to read this. Like, it's so freaking long. Good God. It's like freaking like 800 pages or something. It's like, well, no, it's 700 pages, but still. Stephen King is a hit or miss for me. Like, it was good, but it was an entire waste of my time. Pet Sematary was really good. I didn't love it as much as I thought I would. The Shining, I absolutely loved, and I really, really like Carrie. But I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna send it back to him. Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I'm absolutely gonna read this. I'm kind of waffling back and forth on whether I just want to buy this in hardback and have the book in hardback because so many people say it's so amazing. But I'm going to keep this, and then maybe I'll read this, and then if I love it, I'll buy it in hardback. I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. I am going to keep this because Kayla from Books and Lala says that this is like one of the greatest plot twists of all time, and I can't wait. Wolf by Ryan Groudon. Haley from Haley in Bookland. Absolutely love this, and she just posted a vlog of her reading the second book, and she said that it was absolutely fantastic, so I'm definitely going to keep this and read it. Speaking of rereading books to see if I wanted to get rid of them, I have Night Film by Marissa Pessel. I think that like the mixed media formatting of this book is stunning, and it is very intriguing, like the clues and everything, but I gave this a 4 out of 5 at the time, and I'm like, okay, if I gave it a 4 out of 5 like years ago, I don't think I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 now. So I think I'm just going to let this one go. Violent Ends by 17 different authors. I just bought this book, so I'm going to keep it. The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I already said that I have a mixed feelings about his book, and this one I haven't heard like stunning things about, but I think I'm still going to hold out hope. I'm still going to keep this and probably read it. Even if I don't love Home Before Dark, I'm probably still going to read this book. We'll see. Another reread, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Now, I am going to get rid of this book because I'm just not a fan of historical fiction. It's just not really my thing. And this book was good, but it wasn't great to me. So it's going to go. As I said earlier, with Layer of Dreams and hardcover, I no longer need the paperback, and I no longer need the paperback for Before the Devil Breaks You. These are both by Libba Bray. I don't have the hardcover in this yet, but I'm gonna get it because I can't. If you want to watch my rant review, I'll link it above, but like these covers are freaking hideous. Apparently I had 2 more hardcovers that I didn't notice. The Night Swim by Megan Golden. This is so pretty. Like, I'm obsessed. I heard this is kind of a podcasty book, so I might just want to listen to it, and then I'll just keep the physical book for if I love it, and I'm going to want to reread it or read alongside it. So for now, it's going to stay. The Shadows by Alex North. I am pretty excited to read this book. I just don't think I'm as excited to read it as some other things, but like, it's going to stay. The Dark Vault by V.E. Schwab. Okay, here's the thing. I read the archived, and then I just didn't. It's good. Here's the thing. The archived is good, but I didn't love it. Like, I didn't love it. And I'm like, do I really want to read the second book and then just be furious that there isn't a third book? No. I'm going to get rid of this. Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. This is an absolute, I'm going to get rid of this. I have tried to pick up this book so many times, and I've DNF'd it so many times. At like the 150 page mark, like I swear to God, I get like this far in, and I'm just like, I don't care. Like, love Agatha Christie the most, but I just don't care. And this has finally got to go. Okay, the last book. Don't Let Go by Harlan Coben. I've never read a Harlan Coben book before, and I've heard that he's like absolutely amazing. He's so fantastic, but I've owned this book for quite a while, and I've just never like cared enough to pick it up. So I think I'm going to get rid of this. Like, it does look like a pretty fast read, but I don't think I care. I think I'm just gonna, okay, Katie, you're just gonna get rid of it. You're getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of this. Okay, I'm not thinking about it anymore. It is going. Oh my God, this pile is freaking huge. Oh my God. That is so many more than I thought. That's 11 books. Like, I mean, technically it's 12, I guess, because this is 2 books together, but we'll count it as 1. That is so many. I'm freaking shook. And then look at this. That is significantly less. Like, I'm impressed with myself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take all of these books and I'm going to reorganize them on the shelf and under here and show you that. All right, here is the end result. Look at that. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is the book I'm about to start reading. So that's going to go up here. Have all my paperbacks. This is actually better so I can get to my candles for whenever I want to not smell them, but light them, you know. And then hardbacks down here. And then this, like, he's so cute. And then my little crystals. And then all of the books that I'm getting rid of. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. That was a success. 11 out of 33 books. That's a third of my TBR pile cut in half. Like, okay. So I think that this is really important to do like TBR cleanings, because basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the books and saying, these are things that I want to read. I don't want there to be a bunch of books in there that I'm like, I mean, maybe, like, if I'm bored. I'm like, I'm never going to be bored because there's always books coming out. There's always books I haven't read. Like, there's too many books to read boring books. And I'm not saying these books are boring. That sounds terrible. I'm not saying that, but, like, they're not as good as the ones for me, you know, that are on my shelf. Anyway, thank you for watching my success. If you liked the video, you could like the video. You could subscribe if you loved it. Also, I'll have my Instagram and my Goodreads link down below. If you want to follow me on there, that would also be really cool. If you want to leave any comments telling me, like, on my TBR pile, the books you really want me to read, and the books that you maybe want like a review or a reading vlog about, I will definitely follow your suggestions. And anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.